Hey everybody, so today I am here to share with you guys another week's worth of dinners for our family of 5. So tonight is ravioli night, Sophie's favorite. So we got some Raos and some family size raviolis. This makes enough for even leftovers. So you gotta try this ciabatta garlic bread if you have never tried it before. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite out of any garlic bread. So I just kind of sped this up because, you know, frozen ravioli is pretty self-explanatory, but there's a specific time on the bag. I don't really pay attention to that because we do have this regularly. I know how I like to cook, so I mainly wait for it to rise to the top just like I do with gnocchi. So just waiting for that, dumping, pouring in some pasta sauce, mixing it around, really everything that ravioli sounds like, nothing too overly complicated here. And I'm not even a big tomato fan, but I would probably drink Rao's straight from the jar. This sauce is expensive, but 100% worth it. And a lot of you have let me know they sell more cost effective packs at like Costco and Sam's Club, but I don't live close to either of those, so still worth it though. So yeah, this is a very quick dinner. Sophie's absolute favorite. And with this garlic ciabatta bread, guys, oh, it's so good. You gotta try it. If this is not in your regular meals, you gotta put it in there because it's a crowd favorite here. So next night is Remy's favorite dinner, which is hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. So those are the hot dogs I like. I don't normally get bun length, but whatever. And then this mac and cheese is great. It's like the Velveeta Deluxe. I got myself this Stouffer's mac and cheese because I thought it was less points on Weight Watchers. It's not, but I like the Stouffer's mac and cheese anyways. And I don't like hot dogs, so I'm making my little chicken wraps. I know I've shared them on Instagram, not sure if I've shared them here, but it's basically just some chicken deli meat, a wedge of Laughing Cow cheese, a sliced and peeled cucumber, and then some everything but the bagel seasoning. I'm not a huge fan of that thing. I know some people put it on everything, but I only really use it for this stuff and it's so good. So instead of hot dogs, this is what I'm having. Yes, it might not look appetizing to some, but this is their hot dogs and their mac and cheese. My husband likes ketchup on his mac and cheese. Yes, I know it is repulsive. I tell him that all the time. This is my plate. Looks a little less lively, but it was delicious nonetheless. And then the next night we had Chipotle. I'm actually going to read you my order. I tried to show you the top, and I didn't realize my full name was on there. So I get a chicken bowl with brown rice, pinto beans, cheese, roasted chili corn salsa, romaine lettuce, sour cream, and the spicy red chili salsa. I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce that. So that's a look at my bowl right there. The older girls were at grandma's, so Lexi got a peanut butter sandwich, strawberries, and some hummus. On these nights where we get Chipotle or something that the girls don't really like to eat, sometimes they get Happy Meals, sometimes they get food at home. It really just depends. So I'm just mixing it up here. Mark gets a steak burrito with brown rice, half black beans, half pinto beans, cheese, fresh tomato salsa, romaine lettuce, sour cream, and also the chili spicy salsa as well. So yeah, that's just kind of a look at our order, well, my order from Chipotle and Lexi's dinner for that night. The next night, I'm making my version of this Instant Pot Potsticker soup. I'm going to link the original recipe down below, but you need a package of frozen dumplings. You're also going to need 1 carton of chicken broth. This looks to be about 32 ounces. You need a few bella mushrooms, and then a few shallots, along with however many carrots your heart desires. And then also this chili garlic sauce. I will say it's spicy, so we'll get to that here in a minute. But you're gonna peel and chop your shallots and also your carrots. I'm going in with the chili garlic sauce. Now you're going to see me use an actual tablespoon, and this is pretty spicy, the level that I'm putting in. So I put 1 whole tablespoon in, and then I do another half one. Like I said, we like this spicy, so if you like spicy, I think you'll love this amount. However, if you don't, I would do half of what I'm doing, or just whatever you feel is right. You're going to add in the carrots and the shallots to the Instant Pot, saute it. As you can see, there's starting to be some stuff on the bottom, so I'm just going to use some of that chicken broth to get that up. And then you mix in the mushrooms, just coat them, and then you're going to dump in the frozen dumplings as they are, with the chicken broth on top. Now, typically with Instant Pot recipes, like if you're making pasta, you want to make sure that your liquid goes over the pasta. But with the dumplings, and since they're made with something completely different than pasta, it's completely okay if they're not being 100% covered. You'll see some of mine stick up, completely okay. So here I'm just making sure that none of them are really on top of one another and just making sure everything's nice and leveled out here. So after you get everything kind of pushed around to where everything's good to go, you can go ahead and put your lid on, and you're going to want to cook this on high pressure for 0 minutes. So here I'm making sure my vent is closed. I'm turning off the saute feature. I leave that on just to kind of pick up the pressure process, but anyways, then turning off the keep warm function, and like you can see on my Instant Pot, there is 0 minutes there. So it's basically going to rise to pressure, and you're going to do a quick release on it, which is what I'm doing right here, what I'm waiting for. As soon as it gets to pressure, you do a quick release, and then I'm scooping it out because even though the Instant Pot is quick, it does make really hot food. This is delicious. We love it. I look forward to it because it is so easy, so fast, and so good. So that's my version because my Walmart doesn't carry a lot of things. Next up is homemade KFC bowls. Guys, I wish I would have started doing these sooner. My kids love them. You're going to need a gravy packet, mashed potatoes. You can make them or buy them, either way. Then a can of corn, whatever kind of shredded cheese your heart desires, and then also some kind of popcorn chicken, or I think these are technically chicken nuggets. So it's basically heating all this stuff up. Super easy, guys. The chicken goes in the air fryer, the mashed potatoes we make on the stove, the gravy too. Crowd pleaser every time. So easy, so simple. This next dish is inspired by another recipe I will also have linked down below. We'll get to that here in a minute, but you're going to need 3 tablespoons of flour, 16 ounces or half a carton of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, that's our favorite, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I do it. You're also going to need 8 ounces of tomato sauce, also a yellow onion, and 1 pound of meat of whatever you like. I'm using turkey here. I also got some honey buns for Mark and the kids, and I got this pita bread for myself. So you're going to want to go ahead and cook up the diced onion with a little bit of whatever oil you like, and once they become translucent like you're going to see right here, you can go ahead and add in your meat and brown it up. I'm using my Enamel cast iron skillet, and I love it for this. The original recipe doesn't call for seasoning. I'm sprinkling in steak seasoning, basically salt, pepper, garlic. I completely forgot to get the flour clip, but I added in those 3 tablespoons of flour. It's going to get all that grease after your meat is browned up and trap in that flavor. I'm going in with the Worcestershire sauce and then the barbecue sauce. This sweet heat one, it is not spicy, it just gives a little bit more flavor. You can see when it's all mixed together, it's still pretty thick, completely normal. Now I'm going to go in with the tomato sauce, and after I mix that up together, I'm going to add in the beef broth. Now, with the original recipe, it did call for a lot more of the beef broth, and I've made her recipe to the T before and it turns out amazing. But with Sloppy Joe's, I did want something that was a bit thicker, obviously. So that's why I only did half a carton or 16 ounces. You can see it's pretty runny when you get all that mixed in. Completely normal. We're going to cook that down. So you're going to want to simmer this for quite some time. As you can see, it's still really runny. Since this is a longer dinner to make, I went ahead and I made some chicken nuggets, dino nuggets to be specific, some bell peppers, and some fruit cups for the kids. Really simple, really easy, and they loved it. So you can see my mixture is getting thicker and thicker. We are going to use this test that she had in her video for the recipe, where you just scoot your spatula along the bottom of the pan, and you can see that it's just filling in too quickly. Still not thick enough. So we're just going to keep waiting until it doesn't, as you can see right here, fall in so quickly. That's perfect. So like I said, I put mine on some pita bread. I put Mark on the buns. These pretzels are so good. You need to try them. The seasoned and my favorite are the jalapeno ranch. So good. So Mark's plate, delicious. We loved every bit of it. I personally think that these are better than typical Sloppy Joes that you'll find in America. Obviously more work, but still worth the effort, guys. 100%. We tried her recipe for an Australian date night. You will not be disappointed. Please check out everyone's recipes down below. Next night, we had dessert first because, of course, and I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but if you get anything other than a peanut butter parfait from DQ, I don't know. So, we're going to have some chicken quesadillas. I had a bunch of these canned chickens, need to be used up, so I've got 3 there. I did get other tortillas for the other people in the house, but I dropped those in the parking lot. And then some queso fresco, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Basically the seasonings that I always use and live by: onion powder, paprika, chili powder, and garlic powder. And I'm just going to go ahead and make the kids first. So I drained a can of that chicken. I'm adding in all those seasonings that I just showed you, and I'm just switching out the bowls here. And then I'm going to make ours. So I put more chicken in. I also added cumin, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and also just more chili powder. That's how I give ours a bit more spice. This griddle coming in handy again. I loved this thing for this dinner. It worked out so well. I had the tortilla kind of warming up on the griddle as I was placing the meat and also the cheese on there, and it just worked out so well, guys. Normally, quesadilla night takes a while because I would make them in a pan on my stove. This took like no time at all because I could really line them up and get them toasted and out. So I love this thing to death. It's been so handy. So I was just squishing them down, just making sure everything was nice and secure, and I pushed it down the line basically. So, assembling quesadillas is not hard. I know that these are probably nothing close to a traditional, well-made quesadilla, but they are my best efforts. So that's what we're getting tonight. And then I am also going to show you guys the dip that I like to make, because here I'm starting to make Mark and I's quesadillas after I got the kids out, and they really enjoyed the quesadillas. They really did like them. So everyone was a huge fan of this. It's pretty easy to put together, especially with that canned chicken. But this quesadilla sauce I'm showing you here that I had leftovers, we'll see that here in a minute. I'm taking about a cup of plain Chobani yogurt. Plain Chobani yogurt. I'm going in with garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, paprika, and about 4 tablespoons of jalapeno juice, liquid. I'm not sure what to call it, but the juice that is in the pickled jar of jalapenos. So mix that all together. You've got this delicious quesadilla dip, or, honestly, whatever you want on it. So there's a look at it. It was super easy. It was delicious. Everyone was filled up and no complaints all around. Definitely try the sauce, put your own spin on it. Let me know how you guys like that. You can of course use sour cream if you want to, but we just have a ton of plain yogurt in the house, so I try to use that up too. And I feel like it's a pretty good replacement for the sour cream, but all around, delicious dinner, 10 out of 10. Would definitely recommend anytime. Next night is called the night before grocery night. So the girls had SpaghettiOs, string cheese, some pears that need to be eaten. Lexi got the same kind of plate. And then for Mark, he got a sub that is pretty much to the T of what I make for his lunches, minus the tomato. He says that makes it soggy. But pepperoni, salami, some cheese of whatever, some pickle. I also got some sub dressing on there. These buffalo Cheez-Its, so good. So, so good. One of our favorites. So he got a couple of subs for dinner in the Cheez-Its. I'm using that leftover chicken from the night before with the quesadillas. I had this Southwest chopped salad kit from Walmart. Guys, this is so delicious. Don't sleep on it. One of the best salad kits ever. I don't normally eat salad kits. I think they're pretty gross, but this is just amazing. So all together, I just slapped the two things together. It took no time at all. Also, I would like to say these Alani energy drinks, 100% worth the hype. They are delicious. So yeah, that is everything for our week of dinners for our family of 5. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.